on the intermediate stuff. So let's just get our balance foundation work done, warmed up, toes touching, heels touching, chairs there, arms are apart, and just lift up that left heel and back down, lift up the right heel. That's simple enough, and you're feeling very tall. You're all so good at this now, just focus on how tall you can feel. So you don't have to worry that much about everything else. Okay, let's shift back over to the right side, raise the left, and then you can tap the foot. And if you're feeling really tall, raise the knee, and then back down. Shift over to the left, raise the right heel. You can tap. If you want, you can raise the knee, and slowly back down. So the moment you think you're going to lose your balance, shift on over to the right, raise the heel, you can tap. Right here, right now, you should be feeling really tall. Get that tall alignment, opposing forces gives us balance. Before you lose your balance, feel tall out the gate right here, right now. Shift on over to the left, raise the right heel. Right now you're feeling tall through the sternum bone, tall through the crown of the head, millions of miles up. Then you can raise the knee up and then back down. Okay, let's do golden rooster, standing on one leg. Let's bend the left knee. Feel the shifting of the weight. When you bend that left knee, feel the pressure under the right foot. Don't ignore that secondary foot. Shift on over to the right. Feel the pressure. It's easy to feel it over here where you have 80% of your weight, but don't let that one die on the vine over there. And then shift back over. And this time drag over the right toes. Right hand goes up. Left palm is over here, soft. And just touch the toes with the floor. And let's put over that right leg back. Arms come down for balance. Shift over to the right side. Inhale. And then exhale. We pause very slightly between inhale and exhale. Drag, inhale. Toes are just touching the floor. And put it back down. Hands come together, down. Exhale. Inhale. Soft and slow. Heel comes first, then exhale. Inhale. And let's put that right leg back. Exhale. Okay, let's work more on shifting our weight. This time we're going to walk in waving hands like clouds, but just our legs. Okay, so we are going to use our arms for balance, and let's bend the shift on over to the right. Drag the left foot over, the left heel is up, left heel is down, right heel is up. Bring the right leg out, heel comes first. And then shift on over to the right. Drag the toes from the left over, heel is up, heel is down, other heel is up, and bring the right foot out. And then shift your weight onto the right. Let's go the other way. Shift on over to the left, feels heavy. Bring the right foot over, drag it. The toes are just barely touching the ground. Right heel down, left heel up, left leg out, heel first, and then shift on over to the left side. Left is heavy, yang, yin if you want to talk Chinese. And drag that over, right heel down, left heel up, and let's bring the left leg over. So when we do waving hands like clouds for a few minutes, you'll be able to very, very easily. Should be looking at my legs now. It's all about shifting the weight. All this busy shifting the weight is wonderful for balance, wonderful to reduce osteopenia and osteoporosis. Okay, let's work on our abdomen a little bit and stretch our legs out a little bit. So right leg forward, left leg back. Both feet are pointing towards the camera. We're not going to have that one out. We're just going to have this way so we can have both our hips towards the camera. The moment that that foot turns out, my hips are turned, which we're going to do when we do front stance, back stance. But for now, we want hips perfectly towards the camera. And if this is a little unstable, open it up a little bit, or you can even make it a little bit shorter. In addition to that, press down heavy on the big toe mound of the front foot and the outer edge underneath the back foot. Hands are on your hips, elbows are back, inhale, and exhale, leading with the sternum bone, just hinge at the waist and push down, especially on that back foot, outer edge of that back foot, and then slowly come back up. That's how we keep the balance, by going slow and pushing down on that back foot and pushing down on that big toe mound. That helps stability. And then come back up. And if you haven't done so already, raise up the kneecaps, contract the muscles in the legs. The muscles in the legs like iron rods, and push down onto that back outer edge. And the legs are so strong. And then relax and switch legs. So we're raising the kneecaps up. I'm pushing down on that big ball mound, and I'm emphasizing underneath my foot, this part of my foot. That gives me, those three things give me tremendous stability. So what we're doing here is when I do this, the tendency is to do this. We don't want to do that. When I do this here, my legs are strong. I'm pushing down even more. And when I come back up, I'm pushing down certainly on the big toe ball mound, and then I slowly come back up. All three of those things have to happen. Okay, so we have our left leg forward, and same thing, hips towards the camera, hands on our hips, both feet towards the camera, inhale, and exhale, leading with the sternum bone, head and neck calm, and push down on underneath that back foot and the big toe ball mound, and then raise up those kneecaps so the legs are iron rods anchored into the floor underneath your feet, especially that back foot. Very important for stability. Let's do one more time. And then slowly come back up. So we're learning how to be stable, how to use our legs to anchor ourselves into the floor. Okay.